Hi everyone, today I'll talk about the anatomy of the upper limb. So the upper limb basically consists of your shoulder, and then you have the arm. So the arm is from your shoulder joint to your elbow joint, and from your elbow joint to your wrist bone is where the forearm is, and then from the wrist joint to your fingers is your hand. So basically, I'll talk about the bones that consist in these four segments. So in the shoulder or the pectoral girdle segment, you have the scapula. The scapula is, you will see a triangular shaped pair of bones at the back, and that's the scapula. And then you have the clavicle. So that makes up the shoulder or the pectoral girdle. And then you have the arm. The arm basically only has one bone, and this is your humerus. So when two bones come together and join, they form a joint when they meet. So where they meet, so the shoulder joint is where your scapula and your clavicle plus your humerus, they meet together and they form the shoulder joint. Now from the in the forearm, you basically have only two bones. That's from your elbow joint to your wrist joint. So how I remember this is, I say you have radial and the ulnar bone. So the radial, I remember it as my thumb can basically make a circumference, and so my radial bone is on my thumb side, and the ulnar bone is, I remember, it's pinky. So my pinky bone is where the ulnar is. So that's basically that. And then in the wrist, you basically have 8 bones on the wrist bone. And then you have the end. So for the end, you basically have 2 bones. So you have the metacarpal bones, and the phalanges. The phalanges is where the fingers are. That's where your phalanges is. In the palm side of your hand is the metacarpal bones, and then you have the phalanges. So in the so that's basically that. Thank you, everyone.